Phoenix will do you
Let's
good.
do this.
Yeah.
Paul Virzi back in the house.
Paul Virzi.
Back in the motherfucking
thanks,
house.
Thanks for having me.
New
course.
York is fuck. The New York meter just hit fuck. It just hit
Well,
red.
clearly you dropped a special. You're acting a little different now.
No,
you got gold
Got
chains
the gold
out.
chain. I know
No, I've
before.
always had-
Hey,
I've always
Some
had-
fresh
last
Air
time you were
Force
here, you
Ones.
didn't have that, dog.
No, hey, he's Italian.
No, this
from New
one I
York.
had. This one I had.
It wasn't
Oh,
out
one.
though.
Yeah, this-
It wasn't
You had
out.
it tucked in.
Oh, okay.
You're a little humble about it.
That's New York working class
Yeah.
Italian. What do you?
and I always go fresh.
Look at the watch. She's got it all.
Yeah. No, the special didn't drop. It will drop.
It,
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
thought you
right.
dropped it.
No, it will. It will.
What's it
'cause
called?
we got more offers. No.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
So we're waiting. It's going to be on one of the 3 major ones, but we're waiting. I wanted to come and announce it. But
What's it called?
It's called Nocturnal Admissions.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: when you say 3 of the major ones, I'm thinking Amazon, Netflix, and then one. What's the other one? HBO. Are you allowed?
I was
to?
don't
told
really
not
wanna
to
talk about
I was
it,
told
yeah.
not to. I was told not
You've
to.
been in the
talk about
business
it,
too
but
long, you know,
the-
Daddy.
Well, what I was going to ask you is,
You know?
is there? It seems like a lot of people are thinking about making the move to YouTube. Is that something that you thought about when
It
you
is
see
that
Shane's
now?
numbers?
Yeah, I mean, there's always that option, but if somebody wants it and they have,
Money.
not only money, but like let's just say, for example, Netflix or like Hulu or somewhere like that. And I'm not saying that's who I'm talking to, but if those people have 50 million subscribers and they're going to put it on their homepage, that could kind of listen. I have a ton of friends that have done the YouTube thing, and the YouTube thing is great. I've seen, but 9 million, as great as that seems, Netflix has 214 million
I've seen it both
subscribers.
ways. I've seen people
Yes.
go on Netflix and they're like, I didn't get anything, dude.
Yeah.
Like I got
Yes.
lost in the shuffle. I've seen some people go on YouTube and obviously like Shane Gillis and Mark Norman, they blow up. But I've seen some people go on YouTube and they're like, dude, I got 10,000 views.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the that's the way the game
I think
goes.
the marketing is a big part of it. I think the clips is a really big part of it.
For sure.
Putting out clips, having the clips shared on the right social media time at the right time.
100%.
So yeah.
Yep.
So, but I'm proud of the hour, and I think it needs to be when it gets seen. Hopefully,
So you're
it
releasing
helps.
an hour, not a half hour. An hour.
No, hour. It's about an
Yeah.
hour and 4 minutes.
You filmed it in New York?
Yeah, I filmed it
Yeah.
in New York. I filmed it. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited
Where,
about that.
at in New York did you film it?
I filmed this one at Levity Live,
Is that West Nyack?
West Nyack.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I hear that's a great club.
It's and when you see how we dressed it up, it's like because they have the reason why I did my first one in Terrytown Music Hall, right? Which
Okay.
is an old, real, like nice theater.
Yeah.
Haunted. But
Is that what they
it's
call
haunted.
it? Is
yeah.
it?
Terrytown?
Oh yeah. There's a
fuck.
ghost in there.
Yeah, I don't like shit like that.
Sorry. Man.
That devilish
No,
shit,
I know.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
the
that
devil
night
ain't-
it
the
worked
devil
out-
ain't welcome
it worked
here.
out that-
Yeah.
yeah. Ghost watched my set. And
Yeah.
it was all good. No, but this one, they were like, "Where do you want to do?" It was pandemic, so I was like, "I want to do it somewhere that I don't want to do a small club. I don't like that." I don't like when comics will go, yeah, man, I put a special out. We put up cameras in the fucking improv. It's like I'm not trying to, but it's like, yeah, it's like anybody could. It needs to look like a special. That's the
Yeah.
problem, man. Everyone's putting out specials that are like, make it special.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, make it look special. Like,
You got to make
it's-
it look special. It's tough to make it. I just feel like the culture of specials is different now. It's basically an ad now to be like, hey, I'm funny. Come buy tickets,
It's
see me on
people
the
like
road.
filming long sets. That's not like I grew up like for a special to me was like a fucking special because
back
there were
then,
12 guys were doing.
That's what I was going to say. There's
Yeah.
about 5 or 6, I'd even say.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, you watch that the leather
Fucking
suit, the
delirious,
fucking, yeah,
raw,
like
yeah.
and then Carlin would do one every couple years. Now it's
Every
like
year.
people are just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make it a special. It's like, what? Yeah, I did a long set last night in Brooklyn. Fuck it, I'll put it on. These guys getting like fucking publicists, and it's like you got a YouTube clip. Like, fuck you.
Filmed in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Like, yo, the shit went good in Brooklyn last night. I think I'm gonna get a publicist to call it my special.
Like, dude,
So-
you can hear somebody eating pizza in the front row.
But do you
but-
agree that there's a lot more options as far as like how you can do a special?
which is good.
yes,
Which
there's
is, you know what I mean?
And I think that now some people that are really funny deserve that. But I think that a real special will be seen. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know. Like
That's
when
fair.
when you watch it, you're gonna go, "Oh, this is a fucking special."
But also,
or you're gonna go,
your
"This is
peers will
not-"
share it, though, too. If it's good, they're going to blast it out for you.
Yeah.
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 No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, cream rises, man. If somebody's been in the
Yeah.
game for 15, 20 years, slugging it out in clubs and they're murdering, and then they do a special on a grand stage and it looks like a special, that's going to be, if somebody's, 7 years in, like, oh, my agent said maybe we should call it a, but that's happening now.
Yeah.
Like there are, and I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody, and I'll never knock somebody's hustle. If somebody has a good enough agent or marketer and they go, hey man, make that a special, and we're going to sell you more tickets, I'm never going to knock that. But the product, you'll see.
Yeah, social media changed a lot of that. Like, before social media, you just had to rely on like 2 or 3 avenues.
Yeah.
And you had to be. That's why they were 6 or 7.
Tough.
It was tough, man.
You had to get passed by that
and it
certain
cost so
person.
much money and shit. And there was one dude who would always say yay or nay to whether you got to Montreal, whether you got a fucking special.
Yes.
It was unbelievable, man.
Which I don't think that's good.
No, it wasn't
that
good
one
'cause
guy dictates
they're
like
biased.
Dictates every
it's like the Thanos of comedy.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like, holy
dude. I
shit,
remember
dude.
being scared shitless about going into a Montreal audition, and I remember, and they were like, and then the next year, he's funny, but I just want, and it was just like, and then I'm seeing who they're taking, and then finally somebody said to me, they go, the only way a dude like you is getting Montreal is if you fucking blow them away, and it's undeniable. And then they told me no. I did it, and I both auditions and the callback. I took the lineup. I did. I just
This is for the new faces.
This was for new faces at the
Doesn't
time.
matter, yeah.
And my manager called me in, and he goes, listen, man. He goes, Montreal just called and said that they kind of waited and delayed to call, and this is 100%, like almost verbatim what he said. He goes, he said it was a really tough call because you deserve to be there. But they just can't. They just can't get you this year. They can't get you in. They're going to get you just for laughs. In Toronto one year, he said you're going to be. You'll do Chicago. You will come to Montreal. But right now, so then I just looked at him and I go, should I just not audition then? Because everybody saw what I did. So should I just not fuck with it anymore?
It is. It's such a weird thing.
And then like I would say like a month later, I was just hanging out with my kids, and it was like July, and they go, hey man, JFL said you need to be there, go. And I went and I did all kinds of shows.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing when I did a couple of these platforms that were like, yeah man, he's funny, I just don't know. And then I was like, we did the special. I was like, I want everyone to see it.
That's a weird
and
thing
then
to
they were
say.
like, oh yeah, maybe we could work something
But
out.
now it doesn't. Now it
That's what-
doesn't matter. It used to be when you were like 15 years ago when you did Montreal. You only did it because the idea was you get up in front of all these quote unquote producers, right?
Yeah.
And you come out with a development
production deal, yeah,
So for the longest time, what I would do is I was just a young dude, and I would do a set, and you would get a fucking. They'd give you $250,000
Developmental deal.
just to be like, we're going to rent you. It never happened for any of us.
Yeah.
And networks
Got
were like,
money,
hold
though.
on. Yeah, it was great for a long time, but networks were like, we're putting all this money into this one dude, and then we're supposed to build a show around them, but that's not how that works, and that that shit stopped. Completely for everybody. It was like, now we're not going to give It was called development.
Well, think about what you were just saying. Like they were like, yeah, he's funny, but we don't know. Like, think about just saying that. Like, that's an insane
They don't know
thing
where
to
to
like.
put him.
They were,
you know what I mean?
they were
Like,
basically like,
he's funny, but we
where
don't
to
know.
put him because we need, she was funny, and that dude we've been talking to for a couple years, and like, where does he fit in?
Yeah.
But then it was just like, but all right, like, but how about the jokes, and how about the set?
Yeah, how about the set?
Because I am here for a set, but apparently you're not. They weren't, those places aren't really there for the set.
Now, there's a bit of an agenda.
Yeah, there's an agenda.
I asked, you know what? I was actually walking around Montreal at JFL with Robbie Praw, and who's now at Netflix. And I said, I said to him something. I go, hey man, can I ask you a question? I go, when you see somebody for an audition for Montreal, I go, how long does it take? When do you know? And he's like, well, we watched the whole set, but he's like, you get a good indication like 90 seconds in.
Yeah.
Just by the way somebody grabs a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody grabs a microphone, puts it to the side, and gets to business. Or then you see somebody like, oh, hey, yeah. You're like,
gotta-
oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like. That'd be squeaky. That'd be
Hit the
fucked up
button.
with a buzzer.
They had a fucking buzz.
Dude, you want to laugh? I did. Remember the first fucking, what was the shit on NBC? Last Comic Standing?
Comic Standing, yeah.
Yeah, so like I was like doing sets in New York, and like I thought I was like I had no idea what industry wanted compared to funny.
Yeah.
So I get on a fucking bus, and I go to Boston for a 6 a.m., and there's just a line around the block.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's like
comics.
There's a line of comics around the block, and like the producer had clients walk in the back door, all makeup. and
Like
shit.
Laugh
It was
Boston,
like,
or-
it was so fucking thick.
Yeah.
And I remember the two guys were just sitting there, like, hey, Paul, what's going on? And my jokes, I was young, like my jokes were bad, and I also didn't know what they wanted. So I did this joke about tattoos. I was like, yeah, these people get so stupid. I go, yeah, these people get like dragons and shit. I want to see like get something that means something. I was like, I want to see like an Ethiopian kid with like a loaf of bread on his arm, right? And they go, thanks, Paul. That's good.
We're all
and,
set.
dude, I just
this isn't
fucking,
NBC.
and
You want to quit? Like, stand up.
I started saying like shit that wasn't even appropriate. Like, I want to see a broke person with like just like a homeless guy with a fucking shed or whatever, and they were like, yeah, nah, all right, Paul. And dude, I saw two like dudes working the door like smiling, and I just walked back on a fucking bus, and I sat on a bus for 4 hours.
The darkest fucking. Fuck stand-up's hard. Fuck, I'm not ready.
Fucking bad.
My wife, how is it going? I'm living my dreams. Dude. I'm trying.
It's a dream.
I'm doing it, baby. I'll be home
I'll see you in
tonight.
4 hours.
Dude, how about you ever done any hell road gigs where they're just hell? I'm in Kansas. I'm in fucking Kansas, Sanford and Son, that old thing, and I'm in some Best Western, and it was a blizzard, and so the guy goes, I can't pay you. He goes, it's not my fault, but apparently
Not my fault.
it's not my fault. We've canceled the show, and I think tomorrow too. So I'm not going to be able to pay you. I'm like, there was porn. You could get porn. It was when you could do porn on the TV.
Yeah.
And there was a Bible, and I had nothing
90s.
else to read. Yeah, nothing. And I was
so
like,
funny.
and all my friends are crushing it at home. Like I'm friends with like Bradley Cooper, Will Arnett. They're all making so much money. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm in a Best Western. I'm a late bloomer. I'm also older than all of them.
Funny shit.
Fucking, I remember I traipsed, everything was closed. I traipsed in the fucking snow to an IHOP because I was starving. And I'm there and I'm cold and I'm walking. And this car full of these Mexican dudes,
They beat you up?
they were huddled in there and they go, hey bro, what's up? And I was like, I think I'm gonna get fucking killed or jumped here. And I was like, I just looked at him and I go, police officer, I'm just going over there. And they kind of pulled out. And I feel like I was
smart
about to get
move.
mugged.
First of all, who's
those
trying to
low-
mug people in the fucking
I
cold?
sat in my fucking
It'd be
hotel
great
room
if
for
they
2 fucking days.
beat you up and then you have to eat a fucking double stack at
Or
IHOP.
fucked me. I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna fuck me because the
That'd
guy
been
said
fun.
it. I swear to God, the guy
You
said
think
it
your day's
sexy.
going bad now?
You're
Yeah.
gonna get fucked
Let
by
these essays run a
by
train.
some
in a
farm- some
blizzard.
illegal
In a
farmhands.
blizzard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. The guy goes, hey, bro, what's up? Like, I was like, this
You're
guy
about to be their little churro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just staying in North Hollywood where we were shooting this thing, and I didn't realize North Hollywood's a little fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hoodie, yeah.
dude, dudes
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, look, like, who the fuck is it? And I was just like, I just went.
They see them
why are
gold
you-
chains.
Why are
Yeah.
you staying in North Hollywood?
I was shooting a thing. I was doing acting on Monday and Tuesday. Doing this small part in this movie, and they were like, "Oh, the set is in North Hollywood." So my manager was like, I'll get you a hotel," and I was like, and I'm like kind of like a. I'm not gonna say I'm a prima donna, but like I'm not. I can't stay in.
No, you've been
One time I went to a.
You've been
Best-
doing this too long. To
Dude,
stay
I
in
went to a
Yeah,
best,
yeah.
I went to a Best Western once, and I went in the bathroom, and it wasn't, and I was just like, I'm not staying here.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. It comes to a point
No.
where
I'd
it's
rather
like-
sleep in my car.
And I always look at it like this: if the owner and Booker wouldn't stay there, then I'm not staying.
No.
there. You know,
I would have.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you're on the road all the time. You can't stand.
Dude, I got kids and shit. I'm wiping down a Best Western bathroom, and I wipe shit
so
down.
depressing.
Dude,
No,
I
you have
fucking
to.
get the hot water, and then I fucking wipe. I'm like, what am I cleaning this place?
Yeah, right.
But also, you think they switch out the sheets, Daddy?
No, they fucking
just
do
make
not.
it. It's,
Yeah, you think?
Ain't no way. in
oh,
hell.
dude, people are coming in those sheets.
And that carpet's all sticky and shit.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Oh,
always
you know
does
that
so
little
dep-
couch that nobody uses?
Yeah,
It's all
ever
stains and
Yeah.
shit. dude.
Oh.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, get a fucking one of those black lights. Look, it's just
You'll
it's
see
a
some
murder
shit,
scene
huh?
of cum.
It's a
in there,
murder
dude.
scene.
Oh, sure, dude. That's fucking, yeah, I get fucking nauseous with shit like that.
Dude, you know what I think about all the time? Last time we were on here, when your dad sees someone driving a Toyota, and he's like,
Oh,
"He's a
dude.
grown man."
Dude, my
In a
fucking
Toyota.
dad. I got to show you guys a picture.
I
of
do it
my
all the
dad.
time.
I know.
Dude, there's a picture of my dad and me holding me, and I'm like in like Oshkosh overalls, and I'm dirty. My dad posed the picture. He's got like a white. I'll show you guys. And we're in front of his shotgun case, right? So he's got a shotgun case. He's got me. Then he's got all his jewelry.
Yeah.
But I noticed his hand. He just had straight cash, like a money clip, just to show. He was like, and I
to flex.
know my dad when they were taking the picture. I know he was like,
Hold on.
in front of the
Hold on.
shotgun case. Yeah.
Hold on,
Give
hold
me
on.
my money.
He set that
Yeah,
up
like
for sure.
Dude,
He's like, "Wait, don't take it yet. Let me in front of the
did
shotgun."
I tell you
case."
guys? I didn't tell you guys the what my dad did, the Geraldo Rivera shit last night.
No,
No.
Oh, dude.
Geraldo.
Well, yeah,
Geraldo's
what's-
hilarious, by the
Your,
way.
your dad was not a gangster, but
No.
was, no.
As a matter of fact, like educated and would always tell me, but he was 100% Sicilian.
Yeah.
So I remember times people approached my dad and they wanted my dad to kind of work with them, but my dad was educated and would always tell us. So my dad is like a street kid, but like educated.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's like,
wait, you're saying dudes would roll up to him like, yo, come.
No, I remember being in an apartment and some dude rolled up and he was giving they always give gifts. So like my brother and me, like these Disney.
That's how
and
they
my dad
introduce it.
said
Yeah,
like,
that's nice.
go in the other room, and then my dad would be like, I remember one time my dad was like, yeah, dude, I think that dude does a lot of bad shit. And I was just
Really?
like, yeah, but
With the mops, like, hey, let's get those fucking micro machines back, man.
no,
Your dad's not gonna do it.
one
We're
was
gonna
a
have to take
picture
that
of
train set
Donald.
away. little
One
buddy.
was a picture of Donald Duck, and one was Mickey Mouse. And then and my dad was just like, "All right, boys, go inside." And then we just heard muttering and talking. But my dad would always speak against, like, man, you gotta be smart. But my dad was a street kid. But my dad is unapologetically Republican. And I mean hard.
I love him.
And
I love him.
And unapologetically patriotic. This is a true story. I'm not saying this shit for the. I actually want to do it in my new hour if I could figure out how to do it. So he calls me up and be, hey Paul, how you doing? Good. My father would always would ask a question but never listen to the
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. So how you doing? Good. Listen. And we'll just go over there. Listen. Everything's good. He always say everything's good. Everything's good. Listen. He goes, I'm watching this fucking. He goes, I'm watching this. You know this Geraldo Rivera? And I go, yeah, Dad, I know.
This is recently.
No, like my dad watches the news.
Okay.
He's so fucking patriotic that if somebody. So he goes, yeah. So dude, he goes, yeah. So he's talking negatively about the country. It's really getting me excited. And yeah, it's getting me excited. And he goes, but then he put on an email address. I swear to God. He put on an email address and he said, if any listeners want to contribute or write in, they could write in. He goes, so I wrote Geraldo Rivera a letter. Can I read it to you? I swear to God.
Can I read it to you? Sure.
I go, yeah, I know it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to read it regardless.
He goes, all right. He goes, dear Geraldo, you treasonous motherfucker. I can't believe they gave an ugly fuck like you with that stupid mustache national television time, you piece of shit. If I ever see you, I'll kick the shit out of you. You're not American. Go fuck yourself. Sincerely, Thomas J. Virzi. And then he waits 2 beats and he goes, so what do you think? Like, I don't know, Dad. Maybe you should have put Esquire at the end of that.
I don't know.
That's how fucking.
Sincerely.
And here's the thing: it wasn't even it wasn't even a racist comment because he is Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
He just said he had to say that. Of
course.
Yeah, he had to add that in there.
He didn't say any negative thing about that.
He just let you know.
Bro, do you remember when, I'm with your dad on this, but you remember when Geraldo, when we were like in the middle of fucking war in the Middle East?
Yeah.
And he was, they sent him out there as like, the field journalist. And this fucking dude in the sand wrote our exact plans. And they had to, literally the military like kicked him out. Like, oh, you're out, dude.
Oh,
like you literally.
Wait, who did?
Geraldo. He drew in the sand. He's like, Geraldo was like, no, he's not. He's on Fox for a reason. He's like the counter.
I feel like he's pretty. I've heard him say some conservative.
Oh, I thought he was conservative.
No, he's not. No, he's the opposite. That's why he's on Fox to be the other voice.
Oh.
Yeah, he used to be.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah,
He's
like they
on
always
Fox
like
to
to
be
have
the
a
other-
voice.
he's the other voice.
Okay.
He'll be like a contrarian to something.
It's like 4 against 1. Like I think they call it the Big Five.
Yeah. I
It's
didn't
4
know
against
he was
1. He
the-
gets lit up.
Really, he was. The
I did not know that.
No, he's liberal now. Yeah,
I didn't know
He
that.
changed. Yeah, but he was literally drawing in the sand our exact like plan in war, and it fucked like obviously the
hey,
opponent
don't
can
fucking-
see what we're doing. Oh, he was on a plane the next day. It was like, this is ridiculous.
I think that's what my dad didn't like. I think because I didn't watch it or whatever. But I think he was saying Geraldo was doing something where he was almost like telling our military plans.
Yeah.
In a way, and my dad just.
Yeah, my dad's
Also,
that way.
why
My
the
dad-
fuck
my
would he
dad
do
doesn't play that.
Yeah.
I don't play that either.
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude?
He
What
doesn't
the fuck
play
are you
that shit.
doing?
My dad got so mad about John Kerry and that Swift boat thing. Remember that controversy where he
was
said he
that?
got injured and he got a Purple Heart, but it was because he shot a grenade launcher and he hurt his hand and he got a Purple
That's why you
Heart
got a
for
Purple
that.
Heart?
Yeah, I can't remember. There was a lot of shenanigans because there were guys in his boat team who were like,
That never
he didn't
happened?
do that.
You can't really lie about your
man, and a
military
lot of the
career.
guys were
Yeah.
there, so it was really bad. And my dad
Oh,
just
there it
had
is.
zero fucking. He had, it was 4 months as officer in charge of the Swift boat. my
Interesting.
dad was just—I've never seen him like that
So
kind of
is that-
shit. He doesn't fuck
was-
around.
was your
with that.
dad in the
He was a-
military?
he was a Marine. So,
Yeah.
and he was in the Marines when between
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah, they don't, dude.
Vietnam.
They do not
No,
fuck with that. Oh,
they don't
dude.
fuck around with
Oh,
that.
man. When me and my brother used to fight, my grandpa would be like, "You think I fought the Nazis, so you two could fight?" It's all,
Yeah.
we're 6 years old, dude. Nazis? What are you talking
Isn't that
about?
crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
We're fighting over Legos, Grandpa. What
That
are you
fucking
doing?
PTSD was acting
Oh,
up that
bro, dude.
Dude, man, those
That
guys
Nazi
don't fuck around.
PTSD.
No, the older that
That patriotism.
generation.
My
Yeah.
dad one time told me, I never forgot this. My father, I was defending Clinton for getting a blowjob in the White House. I was defending him. I was like, it's a fucking blowjob. It's like, everybody fucking calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
The man's got other shit to do.
Yeah.
His wife and he don't fuck, obviously.
Yeah.
She's not.
Yeah, she looks
My
terrible.
father
She's
said,
also a lizard.
he literally, my father literally, he
know what I'm
goes,
talking about,
he comes
Paul.
over to me and he goes, he's much taller. I mean, he just looked down. Never
His
looked
dad's
down.
huge, by the way.
Yeah.
His dad's bigger than me.
And and he looked down and he said, there are things you don't understand, but let me try to outline why you're very mistaken here. And I knew when he does this with his nose, he's basically going, if you weren't my son, I'd probably punch you in the face.
Yeah.
You know? But he'll outline it for you. He'll romance your argument and then outline
Yeah.
why you're wrong, and then I will exit this conversation. You have that, people to start that way.
He's
I'm
gonna
I'm
shun
fucked.
you with his brain.
And he said, the Oval Office is a sacred place because it's where the president of these United States has the privilege to serve
Yeah,
the
you get his
people.
dick sucked in there.
You get your
Dad.
dick sucked in there. You do that in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are people that fought and died for this country and defended
Yeah.
this country. And he went through a whole
Yeah.
patriotic litany. And I, it was,
Yeah.
I used to
felt like a
argue.
terrorist.
I had to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I went,
yeah,
Yeah, because
Like,
when you
I
hear,
get
you
it.
hear it at that level, you're like, oh, it's not really a blowjob. It's kind of the
Disrespect.
like
The
how
disrespect.
And
Yeah.
it's a different generation, man.
Yeah.
Too. It's like my dad.
I appreciate it, though. There's more
me too.
patriot-
It's like you wouldn't
Yeah.
catch a blowjob like in a bathroom during like a kid's christening.
No,
it's just something fucked
Some
up.
places
like,
you just
it's
don't
something
do it.
like-
dirty
and then the
about
guys
it.
will go, oh, I was getting my,
Yeah.
and then you're like, yeah, but the kid's
what are you
being
doing,
bad. Like,
dude?
what
Well,
are
they
you
do these
What kind of
experiments. They
scumbag?
do the experiments like conservatives versus liberals. There's a personality trait. It's really fucking interesting. So with a liberal, they'll say, so you find an American flag. It's an old flag in your attic. It's been folded up forever. Okay, your house, your bathroom is fucking dirty, and you forgot to buy paper towels. The woman cuts it up and uses it to clean the bathroom and throws
The American
it away.
flag?
This is now. Hold on. See what
what?
happens. This is an experiment.
fight you right now.
This is an experiment.
Yeah, I'll fight
when
you
you
right now.
ask,
Mine
when you
sounds
ask, this is really interesting. When you ask highly educated, higher educated people who are liberal, if that's bad, they always say, "Well, it's not hurting anybody, so no, it's not."
Really?
Hold on, it gets better.
Grab a
when
plant.
you ask conservatives, or you ask people who have a personality that tends to value tradition. Value sanctity, value authority, right?
Values
Which
meat,
is-
doesn't eat soy. Right? Yeah, keep going. Keep
all
going.
that they
Keep
people
going.
people like I think everybody in this room we
Whole
go,
milk,
yeah, we
not
go,
almond milk.
right.
Yep, keep going.
All of us go. What? I don't like that shit.
Oh, I
bro."
didn't even let you finish.
I
was like,
know.
Are you shitting me?
I know, and they do other things. They do another really fucked up one. This is really cool. They ask liberals and conservatives. They go, brother and sister, in the woods.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Nobody's around.
Yeah.
She's on birth control. He uses a condom.
Oof.
They have sex. Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on, Brendan. Now keep your hands down. They have sex. No one sees it. Nothing happens. Is it wrong? Now conservatives go.
Dude.
Conservatives go. Yeah, it is.
Because those two know it's wrong.
Liberals go. Well, it's not hurting anybody. So there's a harm.
Why do we have to base it off these terrible
because-
things?
because
though?
Nobody's
Like,
hurting
that's-
anybody. It's like they're gonna pull out a
that's-
gun.
that's- I mean, that's
because
a- those are
politically-
aggressive
so
those are the
situations.
teams, though.
politically,
But not everything's
Yeah.
like
because
that.
politically, those are the lines that. So liberals tend to be concerned about fairness and care. Fair and care. Are you cheating? Are you taking away from people that are less franchised? And are you being fair? Conservatives like fair and care, but they also respect authority. They
Market
respect their
value.
sanctity. So would you take a shit
Military.
on a battlefield? Would you take a shit on a battlefield where a bunch of Americans died? Liberals will say, not hurting anybody. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So so now with
I mean, do I have like explosive diarrhea?
Right, that's exact, dude.
Yeah,
that's
I was like, that was a tough one.
My entire family's military
Yeah.
through and through,
Yeah.
man. Like hardcore
Yeah.
military.
But if you got diarrhea,
If I went, hey grandpa, I know you.
Of course.
I know you killed some Nazis, dude.
Of course.
I ate fucking chili last night, bro. Of
course.
And I was on tour in Germany. I had to shit on that.
Would you get a blowjob? Would you get a blowjob on that field where all the men died?
No.
You see what I mean?
But I come from a different cut of cloth.
But no, it's your personality, Bubba. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
will
I'll
tell
fight you right now.
they tell liberals,
Yeah.
liberal politicians, they go, look, if you're a presidential candidate and you're a Democrat,
Yeah.
you're not getting Republicans unless at least you understand how Republicans think, which is that tradition is fucking important. You know, you don't start talking about tearing down statues because they go, hold on, dude, this is my country, good or bad.
Yeah.
And you can't just you're going to just take that down because you're trying to rewrite history.
Right.
We get very, very nervous about that shit. Americans don't like that. And so a lot of
Real Americans.
Yeah, well, a lot of Republicans. So when you have a liberal politician trying to be a president and they start talking about gender neutral bathrooms, all of us go, hey, bro, I grew up with male, female. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're speaking a language that has no relevance to my life. See,
But also their approval rating goes.
that's right.
What I don't like is it's become, and this is what really fucks with me, man, is like it's become hack. It's become a hacky thing to do to say, yo, man, soldiers are real heroes, give it up for the soldiers. Like, it's become a hack thing where comics even joke about it.
Yeah.
And I'll be on stage, dude. I'll be on stage and I'll be on stage and I'll see somebody, you know, that's a soldier, and I'll stop the show and be like this, and like I don't give a fuck if like you'll literally have comics in New York be like, oh yeah, what they do, like give it up for the troops, and it's like no, it's like first of all, oh no,
It's-
dude,
yeah,
dude, it's
I
like
give troops free merch. I'm like, do not pay for anything, dude.
dude,
Whatever they have, take
I
it.
love troops,
Cops
man.
too.
Troops are the shit. I mean, these fucking nerds running a Spider-Man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This guy's homeless. This guy's fucking homeless. This guy just took bullets past his
right.
fucking head for you, and he's
right.
fucking crying in Times Square because he got nowhere to stay. He's talking to
right.
himself,
Yeah.
and we call him fucking crazy. So it's like that's a fucking travesty, you know. And I remember I was in San Antonio. A soldier came up after the show, shrapnel scars, burns, and shit. And he goes, dude, I'll never forget. This is the most gangster shit I ever fucked. Because they're on another
level.
Yeah, and he just goes, I go, thank you so much, man, for coming to the show. He goes, no, man, thank you. And I was like, no, dude, fuck that. I was like, I do this because of what you guys do.
Yeah.
And he just goes, well, you know, man, you just got to be willing to die right now for the country. He's like, I'm willing to die right now for you, for his country. And he was just like, you know, are you ready to die for America right now? And I was like, nah, dude.
Right now? Like
yeah, like
at
I
this
got
point in time?
I got kids. Like, nah, like
I
you
got
know, I'm a
another show.
fucking liability. You don't want me out there.
But people don't realize that these lines that we live behind, these walls we live behind, they need to
We're
be
in a
defended.
bubble.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I appreciate like what South Korea does, where you have to enlist in the army.
me
You know how much better people would be if they were forced to enlist.
First of all,
in the
you'd be in
army?
another country, so you'd probably get a different perspective. We'd have a different
There's quite a few
policy.
countries that do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just
Like
makes
Israel.
sense.
Israel
There's
makes men
basketball.
and women.
Who was a
gonna
basketball
take
player?
so much more pride in it.
Oh,
there was an NBA.
He was in the NBA. And he also older dude.
No, but I'm talking about there was an NBA player who was like
the UFC
They were
fighter,
they were
Korean
gonna go.
Zombie,
They
I
were
think
gonna
it
go to Army. They were gonna go to Army in upstate New York, and he was like, nah, man, I can't go visit future baby killers. He didn't want to. He didn't want to go visit cadets because of what they might potentially do. So that's under the same umbrella as, oh, it's hacky to say give it up for the troops. Oh, what are they, uneducated? They didn't go to fucking high school, or they dropped out of high school. They need
It's
to
like
do
a weird-
and it's
weird
like,
stigma.
It's like no, it's like you're a pussy who could never fucking do what they do. You could never leave your family, go to boot camp, do that hard shit,
You're not gonna
and go
make
and
that
fight.
sacrifice.
You're not built like that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna project whatever. Well, yeah, America.
Bill Burr has the funniest fucking shit on that. Bill Burr's like, listen, you're a special forces guy, you're a hero. If you're the guy who's in front of a judge and the judge goes, you got jail or the army, what's it gonna be? Take the army, and then you're the guy with the fucking flag.
The war is that way.
Did you fix a Jeep? Are you the guy who's responsible for fixing
Oh yeah, he goes.
Jeeps?
Try it now. Start it again. Try it now. Yeah.
So
No, and there is. Listen, there is that element, right?
Yeah,
There is.
yeah.
There is.
No,
that
I know what
element.
you're saying, though. You're just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
There is an
you're
element
saying
of
there's a
people doing it.
sanctity to the people that defend the flag in this fucking amazing country. That's what you're saying.
Well, when Ukraine and Russia popped off, a bunch of Twitter dummies were on there like, I'm not going to this war if they want me to fight this. And then some guy, some parody account, like he was like a general in the army, goes, oh, don't worry, don't worry. I sent this to you. He goes, to trust me, we're not depending on America's freedom based off you guys who couldn't pass fucking boot camp. Like you're out of shape.
Yeah.
You play video games.
You play video games.
Yeah.
Trust me, we're not banking on you guys for the freedom of America.
Yeah.
It's funny when people say that.
Call you guys.
Yeah. It's funny when people say that, like, "Oh, I'm not going." It's like, bro,
I do think it's
Yeah.
patriotic as fuck to know when we should commit our troops and not, and that's a very important conversation to have. It's not just blind fucking we're going in. You got to know whether or not
be a
your
reason.
leaders know what the fuck they're talking about and doing, because otherwise a lot of people die for no fucking reason
Correct.
on both sides.
But
that's
right.
right.
But also, if Putin does start to use nuclear warfare, you'll see us get
that'd
involved
be
because you can't have.
That's going to be the
You
one.
just can't have that.
That'd be
Well,
amazing.
that's where he's headed because it's not going the way he planned, man.
Well,
It's
I
just
think
not.
there's no profit. I think what's going to happen is,
It's
first
not
of all,
about profit.
he's already really worried that he's going to be taken out. So he's already put under house arrest several of his inside staff. There's a whole thing about that. And,
Is that right?
Yeah. And I think that somehow, I think Putin is either going to go out by his own people or he's going to come to the realization that there's not a whole lot of profit in leveling.
I think you're off. I think you're dealing with a madman who's at the tail end of his career and he wants to be known and be cemented.
But
in
he was
history.
he never acted like a madman. He's very
He's at
fucking.
the tail end of his career, like his acting career. Like they're on the last season.
He's basically Morgan.
last season.
He's Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he's never demonstrated being mad.
I think he's going to be embarrassed.
funny.
I think
That's
he's going to
hilarious.
be embarrassed. I
Yeah.
think he's going to be embarrassed, and then
He already is.
nuclear warfare is definitely an option. And once you do that, Daddy,
If that starts to progress, I agree. I think
I
that's when.
lose sleep over it.
Do
Paul.
you?
Oh yeah.
I don't
dude.
think that's gonna.
I
I
lose
don't
sleep
think
over
that's
it.
on the table.
Do you?
For him.
I do.
Nah, because I think
and
when
they
we
just
come,
talked
we
to
bring
one
the
of his
pain,
generals.
dude.
Yeah.
There's
You know.
a lot of bluffing, but
I'm more worried about China backing them than Russia.
I don't know that China
You know.
will. China doesn't benefit from this. China loves.
They make all our products.
They love an intact marketplace.
Yeah.
They love a purring economy. They
Yeah.
do not need. They have major problems. China. People think that they do not
they have
need-
major problems.
Yeah,
What
they
I don't understand is we're the baddest fucking. We bring the pain, right?
By far, sir.
Yeah,
by far.
We bring the fucking pain. I don't understand why they don't just keep it hush. Send in like fucking 4.
Oh, we are.
SEAL
do.
We
Team
are.
6s.
No, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
And just you know what I mean, like
We are.
just double down on the SEAL teams.
Yeah.
They do.
The Blackwater boys are over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not only that, the biggest problem, if you can look this up, don't know if you guys know this, there's Delta and there's SEAL Team and there's CIA Ground Branch and all these guys that fucking show up.
That
and
are
just
over
go-
there?
You just get killed.
It makes
right?
you proud to be American.
Well,
when you
but-
hear what
but-
they're doing, you're like, fuck.
But the other problem
Guys
is
dropping in
it's
at
so
night.
badass.
It's just
well,
the
we're
baddest
in
shit.
every country you can imagine, but we
We're
also
everywhere,
have a
Papa.
10,000 strong. I don't know if Newsweek exposed this after a 3-year investigation, and we have a 10,000 strong secret army that nobody. Do you know who they are? Do you know their names? Do you know what uniforms they wear?
secret
Do you know
army?
what
That's
they're
wild.
called? Oh, cyber warriors and straight up assassins, men and women, and they don't wear uniforms, and they're a secret army.
Yeah.
They're a secret army. They are not, and that's a
they're
big
not out about
issue
it.
of contention though, because it's like they have a blank check. Who's financing it? Where's the civilian oversight?
Oh, and
what's
they're
actually
trained to
going?
the gills. And then also,
Wow.
this gave me fucking chills. The White House correspondent, they're talking about, Russia hacking and they're going to infiltrate, and get into the banks. And
Yeah.
she goes, you can tell, she's like, ugh. She's so sick of dealing. She goes, no, I know. It's like all we hear about is Russian hackers. The best hackers are in America.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
It's not even in the
She
area.
just
though.
shut everybody down. She goes,
Damn.
If we want to get serious about it, we'll get serious. We're not worried about it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh, dude, you know what gave me
USA,
the, you know what gave me the chills?
USA.
What?
That fucking did you see that Navy SEAL commercial where like it's dark and you can't see anything, but then then you just see the footprints on the sand like you didn't see them get off. Can you guys pull that? Can you pull that up or no? Can
No,
you?
yeah.
Sure.
We can
Just
watch
try to
it real
pull-
quick.
yeah.
It's that
Brennan and I
Is
were
it a
talking.
villain?
Brennan and I,
It is, dude. It's
Because
so basically they got
did go
out of
woke-
the
they
ocean
did go
and
woke.
walked through the sand and you didn't see it.
Because they did go woke for a second. Remember that? And they showed Russia's military commercial compared to
all right, watch
ours.
this.
Dude, this shit, it's one of these, dude. This shit.
Is it this one?
I gotta see what the
This stuff makes
500K.
my dick hard.
dude. Let's just shit.
Hold on.
Oh
Let
yeah,
me get
'cause-
my hand down my pants. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I mean, these dudes were under in the ocean and just fucking,
Just
you
fucking
didn't-
walk.
like ghosts, like fucking. No, nothing would be worse than a fucking woke Navy SEAL.
Worse.
Yo, how gangster is that shit?
Fucking
You tell me if you're a
ghost.
young kid,
Dude.
you watch it, you're like,
That's all I gotta see.
Yeah.
And
That's
if
all I
you're
gotta
really young
see.
and you don't get it, and you're like, "Mommy, Dad, why didn't I say this?" Like, oh, because they're so stealth.
Yeah.
And then it's like, "Oh, sign me the."
You're like,
fuck.
I want to be stealth.
Yo, that is. I want to be stealth.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
this guy,
Yeah.
my buddy goes, "Do you ever kill somebody?" He's talking to this Delta guy. He had the greatest answer of all time. He goes, my friend John goes, "Do you ever kill somebody?" He goes, "Never stop to look, brother."
Oh my god!
I wanna
Dude,
say that.
That's
I
what
wanna
I'm.
say that.
Dude, that's the most gangster shit. I'm ready
Yeah.
to die this minute. Never look back. I mean, dude.
oh, dude,
You ready to
Well,
die?
it's like when I was in,
No, not at all, dude.
Dude, I was in Afghanistan. And
I got a
see
late
bunch of guys- a bunch of dudes built like Brendan, but they have long hair, but they're just like they all look different. I'm like, why are those guys
They have
so
beards?
big? I was like, well,
Yeah.
what's the NHL hockey team doing here? Like, what is this? They were just giant guys like him with just different weaponry. I was like, what's all those weapons? And I'm talking to this sergeant at arms. They just walk by. They're not wearing any uniforms. They're not wearing any fucking ID. And I go, and then they get into a Cessna. They got into a Cessna with no seats. So I go, who the fuck were they? And the guy goes, that's the dark side, brother. Oh, that's all he said. And I go,
that shit gets me rock
I know.
hard.
And I go, well, tell me more. And he goes, I don't know. And he goes, I think it might be the dreaded D. I go, the
Christ.
dreaded D, which is Delta. He goes,
Well,
whatever they are, you don't want to be on the receiving
my,
end.
That's the
my
dark
buddy who I
side.
do business with, I won't say his name because I don't want to out him, but he has more tattoos than I do, and he was a special forces guy, like real special forces guy.
Yeah.
And he has a tattoo that says 67 with a bullet underneath it, and then he has X's, like 6-7 X's. And I go, oh, what? Like we're at lunch, like we were having drinks. I go,
Oh, I know what that
oh,
is.
is that?
Yeah.
What's that for? And he goes, stuff.
My dad has that.
That's
knew
the
exactly-
67 people he
that has that.
killed.
Dude, that's wild shit, man.
but he wasn't in the
Well,
military.
when Brennan and I were talking,
yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
what was that? But
I said my dad has that, but he wasn't in the military.
your dad's gangster, but he's great.
Different type.
Brennan and I were talking about.
He went hard. Remember?
He and I were talking this morning because he's got a lot of weaponry. Like he can just kill you with his bare hands, right? Like look at him. He just And he was saying it was like there are people that just annoy the fuck out of you sometimes, and you're always trying not to take
I'm like Dexter.
their heads and
I'm
squeeze
like
them.
Dexter.
Just go like this.
I do a pretty good job of it.
You do.
I do a good job.
I could
of
see you getting dropped out of a helicopter into the ocean and just coming out, and just fucking lacing people.
Yeah.
He's way straight.
You have that. You could tell that you have that. Like if you had
It's
to.
You could do it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I
But there's
suppress
also
it.
like a nice side. But you.
The
I
nice
could-
side is 99.999%.
But you're
Right.
competitive. You're competitive.
Yeah,
And if you had to do it,
it's there.
it's there.
I did this.
monster's
I did this
there.
joke once where I was just like, "These guys are like live free or die," and I was like, "Dude, I'd stay captive. Like, you know, what I mean? Like just slide rice under the door, kick the shit out of me once a week. Like I don't
Let me
fucking-
chill,
Like
man.
yeah, like live free or die. Like just leave me in the
right,
room.
yeah,
There's no
right.
Wi-Fi. Like,
Yeah, can I get Wi-Fi?
I'll sit here all day.
I'm just sitting here dirty, skinny, just
Losing weight.
Oops, I
Yo, can I
got
get some more
caught.
bread?
I got caught, guys.
I'm in
See
that
after the
POW
war.
diet.
I'll be a lot skinnier, but I'll see
Hey,
you after
fellas,
the
can you
war.
cut back on the rice? I'm getting shredded in here, man. Just have an eating disorder. I'm getting
That'd
shredded,
be a
fellas.
funny new fad, like a POW diet, where you just go into a shack,
posting selfies, just shredded in your fucking hut.
chilling in my hut.
shitting in a hole, your beard. Where you're like, dude, look at this shit.
Well, that's like
Dude,
my
I'm
buddy.
fucking shredded, man.
My
Not
one
my
buddy,
choice.
My one buddy who does whatever he does, he's always somewhere crazy, and he was just in Ukraine. And I go, what kind of weaponry? He goes, I don't know, an M4, fucking, it's like the. And I go, what else? And he goes, I carry a handgun. I go, oh, for close quarters combat? And he goes, no, not for close quarters combat. If I'm in Afghanistan, I'm not getting taken captive by those guys because it's really bad.
Yeah.
I go,
Oh.
Just blow their heads
Oh,
off.
you
shoot
put it in your
himself
mouth. Yeah. I was like, okay, just to kill yourself. I was like,
I
Oh,
feel like
shit.
I'm charming
God
enough.
damn. That's
How funny is this?
I feel like I'd work my way out of
I
it.
feel like I'm charming enough and funny enough
too.
to, as they're talking, like, dude, come here, dude. Come, what are we doing here?
Me too.
Like, come on, let's
do you
talk-
really-
I think about that all the time.
Yo, you got a deck of cards?
I think of that
Let's
all the
fucking
time.
talk about this tonight.
Yeah.
can I be honest with you?
I think about that all the time. Like, I make friends everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be my friend. Like, come on.
But I was
man.
like, dude, I was like, did you
you're
ever
too
watch
big
UFC?
and too much of a killer. They'd be like, this guy's a killer.
No, I'd be like, I'm with you guys,
But
man. I know
Paul, you look way more. I'm sorry to say this out loud.
Yeah.
You look way more Armenian or Arabic than you do Italian. No.
I get everything.
Yeah.
I get everything.
You could be Arabic.
I get,
You
and
could be
if I
Lebanese.
get tan and
In
I
North
get tan
Hollywood,
quick.
you're Mexican.
When I get tan,
Yeah,
I get
you're
tan.
Mexican.
Well, you're
tan. So
Sicilian.
people
Oh,
just,
really?
you know,
You're
I'm Sicilian and Greek. I'm
Sorry.
Mediterranean.
Oh,
So like my
okay.
shit gets, I get, if I'm in the sun for
There's
like
a
3
lot of
days.
trade with Arabs
And people are
and-
like, oh dude, are you like, you look
Yeah.
like you could be this. Sometimes people say Puerto Rican, but most people
I see
say
Puerto Rican.
Italian.
Oh yeah,
Most
when
people
you
say
said Puerto
Italian.
Rican, I see that.
Yeah.
No, but Armenian, you could be. I mean, it's like it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, you could be as an actor, you could play an Armenian gangster, you could play fucking Arabic. You
Yeah,
could
no one's
play-
gonna be like, what the?
No,
hell?
you could play a
Yeah.
lot of different things. Everything but American.
Yeah.
It's like he's not American.
Yeah, no, but I imagine like
And black.
if they fucking
Yeah.
like were like, get down, I would definitely be like, no, dude, you don't understand. Like, I'm fucking chill, man. I'm cool. Like,
Hey,
like,
hey.
yeah, like,
I'm
he
not
doesn't
like
have a-
these
like, he doesn't
guys,
have some-
man.
yeah.
I didn't start this
these
shit.
guys, man. Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I hold no value. you don't want me.
Yo, I tell dick jokes, man. They don't want me.
Let me give you 5 minutes, man.
I'll do
Give me
5 minutes.
I'll do 5 minutes material.
You don't laugh.
There's fucking
You know, I
6
always think-
rifles.
Yeah, right.
After your first joke, you just start hearing.
That's happened. That's happened in history. I always think about the trench warfare in World War One, where they were just dying by the thousands.
war,
It was
yeah.
the worst shit in the world because you couldn't get water there, and they would gas you, and then the gas would settle in the pools, and it would rain. So your buddies would be dead, and everybody would be taking
You have
shits.
to
You'd be
sit
living
in
in a
it.
sewer,
You have to sit
and
in it.
and it was so bad you could smell the front line from 2 miles away, right?
Yeah.
Or 5 miles away. But one Christmas Eve, there was a ceasefire between the Germans and the British, and they fucking came out and they exchanged gifts and they played a soccer game
Before they killed each other?
in no man's land. They played a soccer game, and then
Loser
they
gets
all,
killed?
And they all toasted each
The
other.
most intense soccer game
they,
ever?
they fucking sang songs, and then they went back to
to
the
war?
trenches and they went back to war. And
Jesus
it's a
Christ.
famous story.
That's
about that.
amazing.
That's all it took.
Do we believe that story? or-
No,
It
it's
was
a
a
true
soccer
story.
game?
It's a not only is it a
How's
true
that
story,
not a Hollywood movie?
Yeah,
It is,
what
it
the
is. It was-
fuck?
It was put in. It was in a movie. A couple movies it's been in, but it's one of those things where you go,
it
these young
Tombstone?
men,
That's
these
insane.
young fucking men who
Yeah.
started singing songs and decided, let's do a truce for for
Well,
Christmas Eve.
that's what my grandpa said. He said when he was fighting World War II in Germany, he'd see a Nazi, they'd be the same age.
Yeah.
And he said when you realize that it's another human, we're the same age. He has
Something
he has-
changes, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I don't hate him.
No.
I hate
Yeah.
what he represents, but
Yeah.
we're the same person fighting this fucking war, man.
Yeah, man.
He was like, it's nuts. B, let's take a little break from chatting with Paul Virzi, and you know he's gonna be talking about his dad because you
Yeah.
know what, dude.
But I want to talk nutrition, and I want to talk about how I get my phytonutrients, bioflavonoids, the things you get from fruits and
Sure,
vegetables. You know what I'm
using
saying?
big words right now.
I am.
I feel offended.
I'm kind of a scientist, but I want scientists to make my stuff.
Well, thank
So-
God today's program of the Fire and Kid is brought to you by Athletic Greens, the health and wellness company that makes comprehensive daily nutrition really, really simple.
Yep.
All right, dude. AG1 by Athletic Greens. It's a superfood product. It brings convenient daily nutrition to everybody. Everybody.
And it's everything you need. Comprehensive, man. You can take a bunch of pills, capsules, and
What are we
everything else.
doing? What are we doing?
Forget
Or you
it,
could
dude.
drink a tasty scoop of AG1, 75 vitamins, minerals,
75?
whole food source ingredients, including multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotics, green superfood blend,
Damn.
and more. It's delicious, dude. It's fantastic. I put an 8 ounce of water, and your boy's off to the races.
I know a lot of
Join the
high-functioning
movement
people
of
who do it.
athletes, podcasters, comics, moms, dads, stepdads, aunts, your gay uncle. Everybody loves it.
But
man.
I want a year free supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Can you make that
dude.
happen?
Yep, with your first purchase, if you visit athleticgreens.com/fighter.
Okay.
Again, all you got to do, go to athleticgreens.com/fighter to take control of your health and give AG1 a try.
All right.
athleticgreens.com/fighter. Dude, you know what? Investing can be scary, man. Like last month, the stock and crypto markets, they got sucker punched just by about everybody. You, dude, the crypto really fell hard, man.
Yep.
But you know what? Not your boy here, because I got Masterworks in my corner. They help normal guys like you, me, diversify their portfolios with blue chip art from masters like Picasso, Monet, Basquiat. All right?
Basquiat.
Dude, say what? The ultra wealthy have done it for centuries, man. When you realize blue chip art prices outpace the SP 500 by 164% for the last 25 years, it just makes sense, man. Listen, join over 330,000 members. Get priority access to Masterworks with this unique link. Go to masterworks.art/fighter. That's masterworks.art/fighter. See important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer. That's masterworks.art/fighter.
You know what, dude? I need performance.
Dude,
I need performance.
Dude, I got a Tough Mudder coming up. April 9th, 10:30 a.m. The
Are you
Thick
getting your
Mudder.
protein powder in?
Dude,
Huh?
your boy's covering all bases.
You got to take your Shroom Tech Sport.
Dude,
I'm
you
telling
need
you.
Shroom Tech. I need creatine. I need protein powder.
Yes.
I need glutamine.
Onnit's got you.
I know they do.
They got you, dude.
I know
And you
do.
got to get your sleep. Sleep's very important. Get your new mood. Get your new mood instant, or get your melatonin spray. You got
That's
to
what,
get that.
you got to get your gut health right.
Get
'cause you
your
can't do
gut
much
health.
when you got
Total
a bad
gut health.
tummy. What?
Remember when we ate that sushi and I was dying, and for a month I didn't feel right? Took total gut health. It was gone. It got my gut right. And
Dude,
that's a fact.
And also, if you're like me, you're a coffee connoisseur, you want to wake up in the morning, how about a dark roast from Onnit? How about some whey protein bars, protein bites? And if your thick ass is a little too thick, how about some fitness gear at home? We got streaming fitness, on-demand workouts. We got steel maces, club maces, quad maces, kettlebells up the gazoozies. We got battle ropes, sandbags. Go to onnit.com/fighter. Onnit.com/fighter for 10% off the best supplements, the best training gear you can get for your thick ass. That's onnit.com/fighter, 10% off. He's like, it's nuts.
I did. They do this thing like the day after Thanksgiving by my house, where they get 300 people go out and they divvy up 150 each, and you go into all these acres, and it was like a snowstorm, and you go paintballing, and it's a war, and it's called like the red versus blue war, and you go in there.
Looks like Indians,
dude,
Americans,
it was
or?
fucking. I'm not even
Bloods and
joking,
Crips.
dude. It was nuts because the team that you're against, we were on the red team, I think, or no, we were on the blue team, and they go, the red team is acres away, like a mile, but they're coming. And there's all these structures you go behind, you can go in something, and all of a sudden, dude, you just start hearing yelling, and there were some guys that were ex-military. Like, some of the guys take the shit to another.
Yeah.
You know,
There's nothing worse.
like, you're just getting lit up.
this is lit up.
Cover my six. You're like, what
But
the fuck?
I had
is
my
this?
son. I had my son Lucas with me, and a couple other dads in the neighborhood that I know. They had their sons, and I'm telling my son because this shit hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, it does.
And you could jack the gun up. You can get the paintball gun, like, you know, the way you could jack up a go-kart to go faster.
Yeah.
Well, you could, the
CO2, right?
CO2
Yeah.
thing, you could like make the shit, and it got like to the point where I was like, I mean, I'm not going to obviously compare to war, but as far as if those are fucking Russians and you're Ukraine or what, and you see that, and then all of a sudden it is like what Bryan just said, it's another human right there, and you have a gun to kill them, and they have a gun to kill you. There is a second where you're like, oh, dude, that's just a dude, like that's just a dude,
Yeah.
and I'm a dude, and it's a weird. It's kind of
They
like
say that a lot of people shoot over the other guy's head. They say in combat, there's not a
can't
lot of
imagine.
guys will shoot over the other person's head.
And what would be weird, imagine if you're watching a guy who you see is dope at being a soldier, right? He's
You'd
like,
have
get
respect
down.
for it.
And he's
Yeah,
fucking
You'd
doing
have
it.
respect
And you
for it.
see him save a life. And now he's coming to you and it's your time. There's got to be something in you.
yeah,
Or if you're a
some
good
level of
person.
respect.
If you're a good person, you're like,
Something
oh,
that-
I'm about to take out a fucking dope.
Well,
ass
See,
guy.
that's
yeah.
why, like, I was talking to my girl about it. We were watching, I don't know, Zero Dark 30. Watch about every 3 weeks.
Do we sound like such pussies? If real military person would be like, oh, shoot his
No, they're
fucking
not.
head off.
No,
but they're
Special
the
forces
same-
guys don't do well with this stuff.
No, but
a
I
lot
thought
of guys they pay an
so
emotional
you-
toll for this.
The ultimate toll
killing
because
a
they're
lot of
fucked
people.
up.
The
But I
ultimate
was talking to my girl. She's like, man, I feel like because my family was in the military. She's like, did you ever think about going to the military? I'm like, yeah, football didn't work out. Like, if I didn't get a scholarship, I would have fucking went straight military. I want to be a Navy SEAL. She's like, you're too nice. I was like, yeah, you're right. There's no way I could not do
Yeah.
it. But I feel like if I had
you
the
could.
training
Yeah, you could.
and got the
You could.
brainwashing.
Well, you
the
were saying
training-
you were saying when you did my podcast, the Virzi effect, when you came on, you were saying that there was a thing that when you were in the UFC, I don't know if you remember, you were saying your corner knew that like you needed
too
to
nice.
be looked at as like treated as a competition. They
Yes.
knew how to get you up because
Yeah.
you weren't the dude to just break someone's head in. And
you
I
were
I
athlete.
didn't have anger.
Yeah.
Athlete versus
you were a
fighter.
competitive athlete versus somebody that is like an angry
Trying to hurt
and
a
wants
person.
to
yeah. And it cost me, like my coach was like, even in training, like, dude, you got to get nasty. I'm like, God, why though?
Yeah.
It's kids.
But
what are we doing?
A lot of those.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Let's go get a drink, man. Let's go get a drink.
As Brendan gets in like this, how the kids? The kids good? Yeah.
a lot of those
It's
really.
insane.
A lot of those like a
hilarious.
lot of those guys that I've heard other guys who are top tier, like special forces guys, those SEAL Team 6 guys. A lot of those guys, first of all, number one, it's not easy for them after. It's like they're killing people. It's not lost on a lot of those guys that the guys they're killing might be younger dudes who have been brainwashed and don't have the weaponry, whatever it is. It's not like they don't pay a price for that.
Right.
But also the other thing I've heard a lot of like high level tier 1 guys say is a large part of the job is knowing who not to kill in split seconds. Like being able to
that's where
see
that's where that friendly fire
yeah,
comes in.
These guys, the real pros are always talking about, like, I think Tim Kennedy made a post about this. He goes, the difference between me and the guys I really admired was the guys that knew in a split second who not to pull the trigger on. And when the shit hits the fan and everything's going, that's fucking hard to do, man.
The hardest.
And how crazy is it when you think about it? It's like being a good soldier is like being a good actor, a good comic, a good athlete. Those are the ones that go to general.
Yes.
Because then you like the regular soldiers are just like the players on the team. They show up, you give them a gun, they do it.
superstars.
But then you got somebody like
Outliers.
like the Kobe Bryan of the rest of
outliers.
soul. He'll be like leading and making other soldiers better. Where it's like we need to be in this position. That's some gangster shit.
You see that
So
those
many
guys
levels
shoot.
to it, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, those guys are unbelievable.
You know what I was thinking about, like when you were saying like that, like if you had to perform for your life, I was thinking about like in those times where you had to go in front of a king and the king would just go. Like I always think what my opener would be.
Oh my god!
Because dude, your opener's it. Because he's like, all right, he's eating grapes and shit. There's
It's
a fan.
JFL. You got 90 seconds.
He's got somebody with a leaf doing this. And he's
90
eating. He's like, all right, let me be amused. Your opener better. Your opener better be bad.
Better.
Fire. I'm
You
gonna
know
roast
what'd be funny? If
I'm
the
gonna
opener-
roast his buddy.
Well,
I'm gonna
what's
roast
sucks is
his
if
buddy.
the opener doesn't do well and you see him kind of stop with the grape and go like this, and then you're like, no, so anyway.
You try to pick it up.
Trying to transition,
he's like-
segue.
Yeah.
So this room's crazy, huh? A bunch of guys.
Yeah,
in
that's
here,
crazy.
huh?
All these dudes, man.
What's the deal?
Y'all
My
got
back's
grapes.
killing me, huh?
Yeah, y'all got grapes and feathers and shit. Hell yeah,
Is it
bro.
hot in here? Or is it just me, huh? You just fucking.
You're like, all these chicks are fucking a king, right? Like you start trying to get on his good side.
You're waiting,
King is
you're
dope,
waiting
man.
behind the door and you just hear, fool, make me laugh. Fool, amuse me.
Dude, that's hilarious. You're like two comics away, and
waiting.
you hear, kill him, and you say, no, just dead, and then and then you're like, they come over like, you're next, dude.
You're like, wait, right now? Like, yeah, you're up, buddy.
Bring in the fool, I'm in a bad mood.
He's in a bad mood
You're
today,
doing
man.
10 minutes, you're up next.
I wish to be entertained and I'm in a bad mood. Don't like him. And you just hear at the middle of your joke. But what's the deal with airplane food? I don't like him. I don't like him. I want him killed,
He
please.
just references something that's so futuristic.
Yeah,
You're like, what's
You
an
just-
airplane?
No, you just hear as you're doing your bit. And what the fuck is the deal with Morgan? Aunt Jemima, put a pump on my head and call me done. Release the house. Just doors open.
The comic behind you, boo. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, this would be a good sketch.
Oh,
This would be a really good
that'd be
sketch.
fucking hilarious.
Dude, because you just have like nervous comics like online. One guy's looking at his notes, it's on like a leaf.
I know, yeah.
He's like, don't talk to me now. I'm
And the king is all lazy about it. I don't like him. It's making me sad. I don't know. He's a nuisance.
What would
Kill him.
suck though is if the guy that went before you crushed the king.
Oh, yeah. All that?
Dude, the
Oh,
king is
my
going,
God.
Oh, this is the
Standing
funniest."
ovation.
And then he
He
comes
brings him up now. Get up here.
Yeah, like
"You
Johnny
sit with
Carson."
me. Next.
Oh my fucking god.
You can follow Joey Diaz or
Bomb
some
sweat.
shit. You're the next.
Bomb sweat.
Did that happen? Did they really? Was that shit like
Yeah.
where you would go in
well,
front of the king?
the idea was
Yeah, what was it?
The fool would come
Caesar,
into the
right?
court. You
The
know, there was
jester.
all-
Jester?
Yeah.
And you would wear a certain, you were there to make. the
You
king
wore that
laugh.
fucking hat.
There was that idea, right? The tyrant. If the tyrant, it was like tyrants would do. There was a fucking Ivan the Terrible in Russia. He had this artist build him this insane fucking house. Like if you see it, it's got gems and it's like incredible. And so
Yeah, that's the fucking
Ivan-
outfit you gotta wear.
Yeah, Ivan.
Oh, man.
That's the guy just waiting to go up.
I would just start
Ivan,
ripping on
Ivan the
myself.
Terrible.
Me too.
Ivan the Terrible goes like this. He goes, I made you this incredible house. And Ivan the Terrible goes, yeah, I'm gonna take your eyes out now. And he was like, but why? And he goes, because I don't want you to be able to do this for anybody else.
I'm like, oh, I'm not.
That's real shit.
I'd go break my hand.
That was
I need
what-
my eyes,
That's
dude.
that's a true story.
Brian, I would, if I was the king,
he got-
I'd kill you so fast because you have Invisalign in at your age. I'm like, as soon as you're like, thank you guys for having me, I go, oh no, out,
And
kill
I-
him.
I just got
Why?
back-
He's trying to fix his teeth.
I
He's
just got
55.
back from my dentist today, and he goes like this. He said, Bubba, you got to listen. If you don't wear it 22 hours a day, okay, what happens is you come back to us after 15 trays, which is 150 days, and we go, you got to start from scratch because all the teeth have to be moved in unison.
But wait, what are you trying? Is your teeth
So I have to
messed up
wear
in a
these
certain way?
22 hours for the next, it's only fucking for the next 2.5 months.
No, like, did something happen to your teeth to where they got
It's like a golfer at 67, like, I gotta fix my swing, man. You know, it's like, what? No, it's over, dude.
No, my teeth are going to be very, very beautiful.
For what though? Hollywood.
No, because no,
Right?
Hear him out,
Right? Hollywood.
Hear him out.
No, for your bite and stuff, I have problems.
That's what I'm saying. You have a problem.
Yeah, my teeth are cracking because they're crowding and shit.
Okay, so then it makes
And
sense.
I've
why
been
you
putting it
wouldn't-
off. Yeah, but I've been putting this off for 30 years. I don't go to the dentist.
Right, he goes hard on him for this.
But at a certain time, it's like, fuck
You're like,
it.
oh, you're 55.
At a certain
That's
time, it's like,
procrastination. 30
no,
years.
It only
like,
gets
fuck
worse.
it.
It only gets worse. So now I'll do it. 2.5 months, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I had to get 2 pulled back there that I gotta, but because they're not there,
Yeah.
it's fucking this up.
Yep.
So I got to get those in, and then
Yep.
Your
and
teeth
then
are white as shit.
Yeah.
I use sometimes I use strips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use the strips, and then you know that thing that glows. You put like something in my.
Yeah,
I never used it.
yeah.
I
It
never
Makes your
used it
teeth
yet.
too
The
sensitive,
gel.
though, to
Oh,
get
does
out
it?
that shit.
I
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
used
the
it
gel
because somebody
does.
was like, "Be careful," and I was like,
It
"What the
hurts.
fuck does that
When
mean?"
you,
dude?
when
do
you
you
have
do?
the gel, like it makes it sensitive, but the strips aren't too bad.
Listen, don't listen to me on teeth, man. I can't eat candy.
I go to dinner.
I haven't had sugar.
Well, your
in-
teeth are all cracked.
No, not even cracked. I have 4 cavities in the back. But I'm losing weight because I eat sugar. So I'm like,
Yeah.
don't fix it.
So are you gonna do something about those cavities? 'Cause
Eventually, once I get shredded enough, I will.
that goes all
Bro,
the way
them
down.
cavities gonna fuck you up.
It's not like that.
I'm
That
telling you,
bacteria
you're
is
gonna
bad
have to
for
get
your
a
heart.
root canal. Yeah, bad for your heart and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
What's
actually
bad for your heart?
Bacteria in your mouth.
Yeah, bacteria in the mouth.
When you have
teeth
when you
and
have
shit.
a when you
Die
have a
from
yeah
your
when you
mouth.
have a
Yeah.
when you have a bad cavity, when you have a
Mine are small. That's the problem. They're small and
Yeah.
sensitive.
But they gonna get bigger.
hey bro,
What?
just take care of it.
Nah, I like
You don't
not
go. You
eating
don't go to the
sugar.
dentist and shit.
I went like 4 weeks ago.
Tell 'em what they
It was
quoted
a
you.
fucking nightmare.
Tell them what they quoted you.
Oh no, that's because they're gonna put veneers in. It's 55 grand.
You
What?
should go get those cavities done.
No, I should. I'm just gonna wait till I get down a certain weight and do it.
55 grand.
55 grand, dude.
Dentists get paid. Dude. Remember,
Paid,
that Chris Rock,
paid.
remember that Chris Rock joke? He goes, "I live in Alpine, New Jersey." He goes, "My neighbors are." He said Jay-Z. He said Mary J. Blige. He said some NBA player. He goes, and a dentist. Because
They get paid, dude.
Yeah, paid.
Lawyers and dentists make
Dentists
bang.
get dude. Dentists every day they're just taking checks, big.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it's never
Out of the
cheap.
stuff in insurance, dental's like the most expensive.
You're
Isn't it?
lucky getting out with $5,000. It's like if you
Yeah.
have
Oh, yeah.
significant work and they're like $5,000, you're happy to pay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because 55K is fucking.
it's a
fucking Tesla.
manual process too. They got to make a
I was like,
tooth
or I'll
for
just,
you.
I'll just buy a fucking Daytona Rolex to take the attention away from my teeth. How about that? How about that? Fuck your
Just like this,
veneers.
fucking great.
I was
Yeah.
grinding my teeth at night. I've always done that, so my teeth were fucking cracked. So
Yeah, the enamel.
You
on
grind
my
your
teeth
teeth
are
when
all
you
worn
sleep?
out from
Oh,
grinding.
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, I grind
grind
during
the
the day
fuck
because
out
of
of
stress. They said
Damn.
That's without even
how
knowing.
do you know it's not
people.
during the night though?
I don't grind during the night.
How do you know?
They can tell. I don't. I'm a mouth sleeper. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I sleep with my mouth
Can
open.
you not breathe out of your nose? Still?
No. So I have to. I have to sleep.
Did
through
you
my
get it
mouth.
fixed though? Didn't you get your nose fixed? Doesn't matter.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure, Brian.
That sucks.
Oh, Kat, you know, I started watching, change subjects here. I started watching Tommy and Pamela
Oh, do you
on
like
Hulu. It's fucking great.
It's fucking good.
You know, I looked up last night because we got, Tommy Lee has a big dick, right?
Barbed wire.
I looked up how big his dick is. Nobody really knows the actual size. His dick's all over.
You have
that.
such an
His dick
obsession with
talks
celebrity
it.
dicks.
I mean, it's Tommy Lee. It's his thing. It's like it's
He
a
had a
fucking
dick.
thing.
He had a dick.
He has a
Good
dick.
dick.
They show I'm sure it's a prosthetic, but
Yeah,
the
it's
actor,
prosthetic.
They show the dick.
The Pam's
Really?
boobs are prosthetics, and then his dick is a prosthetic as well.
But he has a conversation with his dick to get married to Pam, and the dick's like talking. It's very
No.
strange. Yeah.
It's like a funny kind of like
it was the only.
drug sequence.
It was the only thing I did.
was
It's
gonna-
like one small scene.
Yeah, he's on like Xy or something like that. His dick like, hey, come on, what about this girl? I was like, oh, this is the worst part of the show, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I'll power through it.
Yeah, he had a dick.
And you know what?
He's a Greek kid. He's Greek.
Oh,
is
Tommy
he?
is.
I think Tommy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he
he's
talks about it in the
Greeks,
show.
He's Greek, right?
Greeks are working with a piece.
Dude, you know what's heartbreaking?
Greek's kid. The kid's got a
you got a
pipe.
dick to go
Yeah,
up their
Greeks
shoulder.
got some dicks.
Just the gay. You got a dick to go with the
Dude,
shoulders.
that'd be funny.
Greeks have some dicks on them.
Proportion, his shoulders go with that.
Dude, how about
Can't clear that
my
history.
girl? Should my girl know who Tommy Lee is, right? Born in Mexico. My girl has no idea. I'm like, Tommy had a sex tape. I was like the first sex tape to go viral. He has a big dick. He takes
my
his
shit.
dick and honks the horn on the boat.
Yeah.
You ready? He goes with his big dick.
Yeah.
They show the fake dick in the show. My girl, I go, Jesus Christ, that thing's She goes, that'd be bigger.
Oh boy.
What?
Wow.
Now hold on.
That thing is
Here's
a
a trivia
unit.
question. You have 5 seconds to answer. How long ago is that in years?
What?
How long ago was that video? Did
94.
That video come out? How many years ago?
94.
No, that was in '94.
I'd say at least 20 years ago.
That can't
Yeah.
be at 94.
I had to be in junior high, I think.
I believe
how
it
many
was
years?
95, 96,
97
because I was like 1.
Is when that video came out?
Dude, it was
18 years.
27 years ago, man.
Oh my god.
Almost 30 years ago. Isn't that
Oh, I
crazy?
thought I was in junior high.
Tommy Lee likes it though. He was like, this show shows like a beautiful story, and it is an actual pretty cool love story.
She said they should still be together. Like, do you see that thing on Howard Stern's? Like, what? She's like, we probably should still be together. Like that.
I don't know. When you watch that show, you're like, God, this is chaos. Like, there's like this intense love, and they're attracted to each other. And obviously,
a lot
she's a
of
dime
toxic.
piece, but yeah, like she was like a hometown sweet girl, and
Yeah.
he's pushing drugs on her, and he's this wild boy. It's
What
crazy.
episode are you on?
3.
Oh, yeah, it gets really good. As it progresses, you kind of see like how in love they actually are, even though he's kind of
Were
an
they
idiot.
close in age or were they further apart in age?
I know he was a little older. I don't know how much.
Seth Rogen is great in it.
Oh,
he
Seth
is?
Rogen's
He's
amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
I worked with Pam Anderson, and
She was so pretty.
dude, in person, she's one of those people who looks better in person. Where you're like, oh, that's why, because you look like you're dipped in gold.
Yeah. She's so pretty.
Like, for real, though. You go, and she was older then when I worked.
And then my girl asked, because she doesn't know Motley Crue or anything like that. She's like, Tommy had money like that. I'm like, he sold 50 million
those-
records.
yeah, Motley
And I was
Crue
like,
was
let's say he made $1 a
fucking
record. He's
look at her.
fucking
was
filthy
the
rich.
band.
Look at her back then.
Oh, it's stupid,
Fucking-
daddy.
Are you kidding me?
I fuck with Yellowstone. You guys watch that shit?
Say like,
That's the shit.
Yellowstone is the shit.
Yeah, you fucking block Brian all the goddamn time. He blocks
block it?
Brian all
You
the
block
goddamn
block it?
Hell yeah, fucking.
Hey, come on, man. Let us block.
Yellowstone. I go to vacation with my family in Montana because of Yellowstone.
Dude, Yellowstone.
Best vacation ever.
Yellowstone. Shit, I almost bought
Yeah.
Are you on 1883 though?
What does he mean?
1883 is the
That's,
prequel to Yellowstone. It's on Paramount Plus.
No.
Bro, it might be better than Yellowstone.
Whoa.
It's fucking good.
And Taylor did that one as well, right?
Same writer, same director, Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, he's the one on
Tim
the horses
McGraw,
and shit.
Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little annoyed with him in Yellowstone because he's always like showing off. I rode horses all the fucking time. You know,
He's
get
doing
out
the
of
horse
shot.
shimmy and shit.
Hey,
It's
P.
like-
Diddy, get out of the fucking shot.
Yeah, they go a little heavy with the horse tricks.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
10 minutes.
oh,
Like
really?
a
you know,
montage
when the
of, like,
cars bounce
horses.
up,
Yeah.
they do what the horse could do. The horse,
Yeah,
yeah.
They're stopping. It's like,
But
get
the
up.
fucking violence in it and the
1883 might be better.
oof, all right.
fucking good.
You saw one of the greatest episodes of any show I've ever seen ever was Yellowstone episode 1, season 4. That was I couldn't even believe what I was watching.
Violence?
Dude, like
It's so intense.
after because it ends season
Don't
3
say
ends
because I want to watch. I'm
yes
in the middle of watching.
episode season 3 ends where all the main characters have an ordeal, and then,
Oh, you think everybody's dead?
and then episode 1 of season 4 I'm like I can't even believe
It's a
I'm
pretty
watching
violent
this
show?
shit.
Oh, it's so
dude.
It'll go violent and then chill for a while. Violent as shit.
Dude, Machine Gun.
That episode 1 of
What?
season 4. That episode 1 season 4, and like Rip and all them come back. You know, it's like fucking.
Dude, it's like cowboy mafia shit.
you know,
like-
they're essentially a mafia.
It's like somebody
mafia.
said it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The Sopranos in like present
Montana.
day Montana with cowboys
Oh,
and
okay.
fighting over land.
Because he's trying to protect his land, and then all these new builders are trying to take over the land. But
Yes.
it's been family land for
Dude, I'll
200
binge
years.
till 4
Hey, you
o'clock in the
guys got to
morning.
calm down. You have to calm down.
It's so good.
You're so excited that you keep interrupting. You're like,
Look at
I know that.
it's so look at him with his hands right now.
Dude, I wanted to buy a big fucking belt buckle when I saw that shit. Like those big
Oh, I bought a cowboy hat.
championship.
Yeah, I bought a fucking. I don't. Where are you gonna wear that out here? I wear it once a year in Montana, man, to look
You
like
need
Rip.
Clydesdale to run
I
around.
love it.
No, the show will do that. My buddy Kevin Ryan, he does Are You Garbage?
Yeah.
He goes, dude, I'm like 2 episodes in, and he goes, I'm thinking about getting go to Zillow to get fucking a ranch. Like when you watch that shit, you're gonna start.
Yeah, I've looked
it is.
myself.
There was what's his name's great in it too. Cole Hauser.
Oh, Rip. You're talking about Rip. Yeah.
Dude, you watch it or no?
No, I just know.
How about
his character.
how good of an actor is Beth? You know she's English.
I couldn't believe that when I
Is
saw
that the
her.
one with the red hair?
Set of tits on her.
She's
Dad.
so
reddish
hot.
blonde hair, and
She's
she's
hot as
like
fuck. She's
full-
English.
Who is she?
She's full British.
Oh,
full British.
she's sexy.
Dude, in that show, dude, she's naked 24/7.
She's got-
and she's so gangster,
Oh, and I heard she's such a woman, man.
She's from
She's
United
gangster.
Kingdom.
She has got a
damn.
body.
dude. Those are natural.
And by the way,
fellas.
she's older. She's
she's
older.
so good in this.
And she's sexy.
Kevin Costner's great in it.
Costner's still kind of gangster, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Costner's still got a little bit of that. Oh, that's the guy, Travis. Yeah, that's Rip.
Yeah, it's Rip.
That's Cole Hauser.
Hauser, yeah.
His character is just whatever the boss needs. He's
He's like the
He's a
Good,
Luca,
bad.
Luca
he's the
Barassi.
heavy. He's like the
yeah,
muscle.
that's a
He's like-
great way. He's like Luca. I mean, but more competent. But
Yeah. More confident. Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite show.
That was Sammy the Bull, they would say. Like Gotti or something.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't ask questions.
Yeah,
Dirty
Paul
work.
Castellano would be like, "Can you take care of this?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I got it."
Yeah,
Like,
Kevin Costner don't even
Oh.
say anything. He's like, "Hey, take care of it," then he gets it done.
Yeah,
That's his
That's
character.
great.
Like he could just
Yeah.
do some violence.
It's Montana
Violent shit
Mafia
without a question because he brought him in. He brought him in as a kid.
So he's
that-
like the big muscle, like the fucking.
he's just like whatever needs, he goes to him and it
And
gets
then
done.
he's in
Damn.
charge of the ranch, like
Uh-huh.
the boys on the ranch,
Yeah.
the cowboys. And when they fight, he goes, "Hey, if you're gonna fight somebody, you have to fight me. You don't fight each other, you fight me. You want to
Yeah.
fight somebody, you fight me."
Cole Hauser
And he
does
fucks
that?
everybody up. Yeah.
Cole
That's so
Hauser.
funny because like that's the character I hear about the most, even though I haven't seen
Oh,
the show.
yeah. He's by
but
far
his
the most
character
famous.
is the character.
If
I hear
he's
about the
mad at
most.
you in the show and he just start even his walk, you're like, oh, this dude's fucked. Like he'll walk up and just grab you and just start beating the fuck out of somebody. Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
It's a good show, man.
My fave. All right, Jim, what do you got?
All right.
Yeah, but that Tommy and Pam is legit, dude.
It's so good.
And that actor that plays Tommy talked with
Sebastian
Tommy.
Stan?
Sebastian, yeah,
Yeah.
he talked with him for like months leading up to it. Learned to play the drums, everything.
And now Pamela has her own documentary in the works with Netflix.
Yeah,
I
she
guess
won't comment on the show.
Yeah,
Tommy
she won't
does though.
comment
He
on it.
supports it.
But it doesn't paint her in a bad light. Like
She'll
after
probably talk
watching
about it
to
in
the
her
very
doc.
end. Yeah.
She probably wants to save it.
Yeah.
I would assume,
probably.
you know.
I guess I'll watch that, dog.
What'd you get?
Here we go.
So Colby Covington and Masvidal got into a fight at a Miami like hotspot. I guess it's a restaurant. People are saying that they were there and Masvidal saw Colby and went over while Colby was looking.
I
a
heard it was
different way.
outside the restaurant though.
This is footage from outside. It seemed like they were inside somewhere. I'm not quite sure what
Inside the
happened, but Colby
restaurant?
had broken his tooth.
Here's the thing: Masvidal's facing a felony charge now.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
can't, just,
for-
walk- you can't just
because-
walk up to
By the
somebody.
way-
and
But,
start-
but also, like, I like Masvidal, but also, dude, you had 25 minutes legally to make
Yeah.
money and beat him up, and you got your ass beat,
By the way, I'm talking to our boy Luis Diaz because I'm going to be down in Miami this weekend.
which is,
And
I
he-
meant to tell you, it's spring break.
He goes.
Couldn't
He goes.
be there at the worst time.
He goes. Dude, they declared a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Down
I was
going
to
to
tell you that. Because I played
What?
that last year during
Oh
spring
yeah,
break.
they did. Yeah.
They lock it down.
For what?
They
Even-
locked
even
it down
they-
Miami Beach.
So the fans go,
Hold on.
oh, South Beach, Miami's locked down, so they don't come out.
They don't come out.
You couldn't be there at the worst time.
Is that right?
I would never play spring break again.
Fuck. I'm going to kill my agent for this.
He doesn't know, though.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's really bad this year. So it's
I
a
like
state of
Masvidal
emergency.
too, but you can't go up to somebody and just start.
But they also just fought.
They just fought.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
fought.
You're
That's
gonna
what I
sucker
don't
punch
get
him.
it. I don't get
So
it.
the person told police after they responded at 10:55 that he was attacked by Masvidal. He was walking from the restaurant. According to the person, Masvidal ran up from the left. He was walking away from the restaurant. Ran up from the left, sucker punched him twice. One punch was to his mouth, the other to his left eye. During the attack, the person said, Masvidal told him you shouldn't have been talking about my kids. Masvidal repeated a similar statement on social media. The person, Colby, suffered a fractured left tooth, an abrasion to his left wrist. No, that's nothing.
That's
Masvidal, according to the person in the account, was wearing a blue surgical mask and a hoodie that covered his head. Like, we didn't know it was him. He's able to identify Masvidal, he said, because of his trademark curly hair that flowed out of his hoodie, in addition to his voice and the upper half of his face.
That's a bullshit move. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
you guys
petty
just
as fuck,
fought.
yeah.
Also, you're finally making a lot of money. You're a celebrity. You're a grown
Especially in
man.
Miami.
You're 37. You're a grown man in your hometown, and you're sitting.
But he also has his own fight organization out there too. It's like Masvidal's crushing
the
it, dude.
fuck are you
He has his own
doing?
tequila, I think. Like, he's crushing it.
What is he
What are you
doing?
doing? But also, bro,
Yeah.
you had 25 minutes to legally
I
fuck this
agree,
guy up and
dude.
get your
Yeah.
ass whooped.
That's-
and now
that's-
you're gonna sucker punch him in the street.
That's fair.
A sucker punches. I
That's
get.
the
Don't
worst.
talk about family, but don't sucker punch a
punch.
guy because he can't even like. When you come from the side, it's like. what
Also,
do you,
Yeah.
like you said,
It's-
you had 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I can understand it's like years later and he's talking shit about his kids, maybe, but
Dude.
you guys
Not
just
when
fought
you're a
like 3 weeks.
professional.
You just fought like 3
But
weeks
also, you're a
ago.
professional and you're Jorge Masvidal. Everything you have everything going for you. Everything.
It's such a bad look.
So
for
you
Masvidal.
said you might get charged with a felony?
Oh yeah,
Makes no
but,
sense.
But I think what's gonna help him out is Colby's a fighter. He's not gonna press charges. I bet you Colby doesn't press charges because they used to be roommates. They used to be best friends.
Yeah, I don't. Deep down, he probably wouldn't want to. Even though it's like a rival, sending him to jail. Because that's jail. That's like legit time.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
it's also-
felony.
yeah, and it's also it's not just jail time. If Colby wanted to sue the fuck out of him, he could get $1 million out of him for that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, again with their history, I
I
doubt
know.
Colby pressed his charges.
But it's just dumb.
So stupid. It's just immature shit.
It is. It's immature shit to just go.
High school
There he is.
bullshit.
It really is. Like,
The biggest thing is they just fought for 25 minutes inside the octagon.
Yeah.
You did nothing.
And also,
you got your ass.
you did it professionally in front of the world for 25 minutes.
But also,
and
sucker punching
didn't
someone.
land anything.
Yeah.
Like got your ass beat for 25
yeah, he
minutes.
did. He got beat up.
But
I had it.
also-
Like was it? I had it 4 rounds to 1. Was that?
Oh yeah, at
Yeah.
least, yeah.
But I just feel like sucker punching too. If you're gonna, like Masvidal would usually fight you. He'd be like, "Let's go," instead of coming up behind you, man. I don't know.
What else you got, Jen?
It's weird.
4 men in Florida were recently arrested because they were caught stealing gas. They have a machine where they can put a device inside of the gas nozzle where it controls the flow of the gas, and they set it so they only get charged about a penny to 5 cents per gallon. And so they were just stealing loads and loads of gas, taking the contraption out, and then moving on.
Did
And
you see
so
the
they
guy in
got
LA?
caught.
No.
He set up a van, and the bottom of the van opens up, and he pulls up to where like the big semi trucks of gas put the big hoses and fill it up. So he would pull up, cover the opening, open it up, somehow figure out how to open up, and then just siphon gas out of it, and then sell it to people down the road for like
Wow.
$1.
Remember, you could pump gas and pay after.
Yeah, oh,
Dude, I
my
used
mom
to
used to make me
dude.
do gas runs all the
Oh,
time.
dude, I felt like a piece of shit. I would do that one
I
time.
did this before my
I had no
time.
money. I had no money, and I had no gas. So I just pull up, and I'm just looking at the lady. The lady's like at the cash register. I'm just looking, and I just was like, I'm like, I'm not gonna take too much. But I got to get at least like 15 to get out of here. And I just did it, and I just kind of slowly did it. She starts walking. I just fucking ran. They fucking start running out, and I just peeled out. I had
really?
to. I couldn't. Cause
But how insane was that you could not pay you, dude? What were they thinking? But also, you kind of
a setup.
deserve it. Like,
Yeah.
you could just pump the gas then pay after.
Yeah.
There's always going to be one person a day that's going to do that at least.
Oh, my mom would have me do it every week. Me and my brother. She'd be like, "Hey, I need gas. We don't have money. I need gas." So me and my brother, I was like 12. He was
That's
13.
gangster.
Do you want
My
to
bro-
say
my-
this on there?
Yeah. My mom knows. I'd pull up in her Camry and we just fill up and vroom.
They
The
ain't
same
coming
place.
after you.
It's like a block from our house. Figure it out.
But
man.
is their podcast live?
No.
Okay, good. Yo, isn't that fucked up though? That like we gotta be like just what you said before to what you just said now. It's like we're in a fucking time, dude, where it's like we go on a podcast and we're just shooting the shit with our friends. You know, you guys have been kind enough to me to, you know, I consider you guys friends. You've been on my show.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting here shooting the shit, having a good
Shooting
time.
it.
You know, me and you go back.
Yeah.
And you could sit there and say some shit. You could just say some shit like, yeah, man, my mom made me, or I was broke and I didn't. And there could be an article tomorrow about dude.
sure.
No,
Dude's
there's
Oh
family,
my
there's
God,
been on
yes.
for 10 years.
Dude's family made him steal.
Yeah.
That's the type of parents he has. And then all of a sudden you're like, yo, my mom, but we didn't
Yeah.
have you don't understand who my mom is.
correct.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
we were broke and hungry, so we would just go steal a block of cheese
Yeah.
and
Dude,
shit.
I'll do you one better. Tried when me, Rogan, Bryan, and Eddie Bravo do fight campaigns. 4 hours. We're hot. We're drinking. You're just trying to figure shit out.
Dude, you're
And
talking.
people are like, oh, you said that. It's like, dude, I was high and drunk.
Yeah.
Like that.
And we
what
were
are you
also
talking
just
about?
talking.
We're talking. It's like
Yeah.
it's like we're just hanging. And yeah, we do. Obviously, there's mics and cameras, but like fans want to listen to people talk.
Yeah.
They want to listen to somebody with their friends shoot the shit. And if
Shoot the
something comes
shit.
out wild, that's kind of why people tune in, because they're like, hey man, you know what? Oh, he was in a mood, and I know if Chappelle's in a mood, he could say this, or if Virzi's in a frisky mood, he's going to say something like that. But that's what I want to hear. But it's not. There's no malice in it.
Yeah, but dude,
None.
you can say something to a woman. You can say something to a woman. You might have read an article and you say something about something, and then that would be an allegation that she goes, 5 years ago he said this, and there's no context. It's called a disturbing comment, and that's considered an allegation. So nowadays you can say anything and they can fucking bring it up whenever they want.
Yeah.
And if the right journalist or the wrong journalist gets the past in the wrong hands, you're that's kind of what you have to deal with as a comic, as a podcaster. We've all said 1,000 things that can be taken out of context, and I think you got to just be like, fuck it. This is the way we do this.
Yeah, you literally have to. Yeah, you literally have to. say, fuck it.
Whatever you say can be held against you as you get more.
It's a
famous.
fine line of being
intentions are-
smart.
go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. It's a fine line of being smart, because you do have to be. You can't. I don't
be
care
a knucklehead.
if you're drinking and smoking, and you're just going to be like, oh, I'm drinking and you're going to say some shit that could get you in trouble. That's stupid. Like that's like
Yes.
You're asking for it.
Like you're going like it's above and beyond, and
You
you
could
kind
be
of
quoting an article. You could be saying anything.
right. No,
Doesn't matter.
that's the thing. Like that's
And you may not have said it.
right.
Give me some ice.
It's really wild,
There you go,
man.
dude.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, there are some people that just ignore it. Like, I know who the fuck I am, and I know the type of person I am. But it's like, if you want
know your intentions.
Virzi,
You know your intent.
It's like, I don't know where your special is going. Let's say it goes. I'm not saying it is. Let's say it goes to Netflix.
Right.
So I was talking with Jeff Dye about this. So when you release a special, you have your fan base and you have people that know you and you're a good person, great dad. We all know you in here. But when you release it, let's say you release it on Netflix or YouTube, well, then you're putting it out into the world and they don't know you.
Yep.
And
Right.
then they get like, oh, do you hear what he said about Mexicans? Or you hear what he said about his mom or his wife? And it's like, oh, dude, those were jokes.
Yeah.
Like, because you're opening yourself up to the mass audience who it's going to piss off a few, it's going to piss
Yeah.
but you're playing home games. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well,
Like,
how about
your home crowd knows exactly who you are, and they know if you made I don't know what the reference is, but if there's a reference towards your wife, like, clearly I love my wife, but
Right.
clearly this is a joke for the special.
well, there's a certain thing where it's like,
Thanks, bud. Oh,
when I'm on
you rich,
stage,
rich.
all bets are off, because if you're dumb enough to not understand that I'm making fun of this. For example, right now we were hanging out, me, Giannis, a couple of us were hanging out, and I was like, dude, is there a joke with these Asian people getting punched in the face because of COVID? And everyone goes, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Bullshit.
And
That's not true.
I go, no, there's a joke.
Bullshit.
Okay, so that night, I was at the stand, and I figured out a way to do it. Asian people are laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. And because the joke is the lunacy of some psychopath doing that.
Right.
And if you're too fucking dumb
To understand that,
it
yes.
doesn't matter what the
If we start censoring ourselves as comics, we're really in trouble.
No, that's it. We're
Jeremy's
it's the last
Razors,
stand.
that thing you sent me from Daily Wire. So Daily Wire, Jeremy's Razors is a new company. They have this hilarious hat. What happened was they used to be sponsored by Harry's Razors. Harry's Razors heard somebody
And
from the
Gillette.
Daily Wire say, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. There was somebody who worked there, said a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Okay, so that was considered anti-trans. So they said, we're not going to advertise on your platform. So there are these woke corporations that are lockstep with
Wow.
this insanity. But what happens is it opens up the marketplace for another fucking company who goes, you guys don't want this? There are a lot of Americans that will buy my product, so fuck off.
And you're always going to have fans that
Always.
come out to see you because they love you and they know the person you are, and they could tell from either encounters with you or podcasts or anything that they kind of know. That's what
They have a solid idea.
This last hour, this new hour that I have coming out, like when you watch it, you know who I am, where I come from, top to bottom.
You sent to me. It is fantastic.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank
I
you.
gotta
No, this
see
is
this.
this
Oh
is
yeah, you see me. Yeah.
This is one
Fantastic.
where I'm just like, you just know who I am as a dude. And if I say something, I say something, but there's no one's hurting anybody, and I'm making jokes. And
Yeah.
like you said, if we start you want to do you want to do stand up where everybody leaves and everyone's happy? I don't.
No.
I don't.
No.
Oh, dude, my special that drops end of April,
Yeah.
I go hard in the paint on my wife and her family. Super hard on Mexicans. Super hard.
Yeah, yeah.
They came to the taping, and I said, hey, babe, like, these are jokes. This is my perspective, and I wrote jokes out of it. But
Yeah.
so let your mom and your family know like that I don't actually hate them. And she's like, and so I was so nervous. I was like, I wish they didn't come, man. This can be a disaster. They were laughing the hardest. I could see them.
course.
And they come in the back and like, that was great. I'm like, you're not offended? Like, no.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, if they're not offended, I don't give a fuck.
But any,
about
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Dude, I
It's
called
for
my dad.
them.
I called my dad, and I go, Dad, listen, I talk about you a little in the special, and I kind of talk about how you are. He goes, I don't give a fuck. Say it all. Like, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, because that's, he knows he's a unique character.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he's unapologetic, and some people aren't going to like him, and he knows that as I'm a comic and I see things and I want to talk about it. He's totally, it's like you said, we think that because there is the thing where it's like we chose to do this, not them.
Yes.
In all the years I've been doing this, my wife one time, because my wife is like, Paul, I know you respect me and you respect the kids, and I'll never disrespect my wife or kids on stage. As a matter of fact, I'll talk about them in a praising way. But sometimes I'll say something about my wife, but it's always like what she really does, how it annoys me, and it's fun loving. One time she goes, that one is a little... and I'm like, I kind of felt it too.
Yeah.
And it was, and
If
since
it's
I felt it,
mean-spirited that
even if I feel it,
Yeah,
like,
you feel it
like,
too, then it's like, you're not going to do it.
as I'm up there saying it, I feel that she would go, he didn't need to.
100%.
He didn't need to say that.
Yeah.
And then I go, you know what, you're right. Only one time. And we know what we're doing up there. But I don't like people that do what I don't like. And I don't like when comics do the thing where they're going to say some extra overly, and I don't like when comics, and I won't mention names. I mean, I will off air, but I don't like when comics do that shit about like talking about their kids in a way where they're like, they talk about shit like that. I don't like when you talk about your kids in a gross way,
Too personal.
or like or like even like like bathroom stuff or sex stuff with kids, and you're doing it. You're doing it because first of all,
That's more of a shock value,
it's easy to get a reaction from, and B, it's like your kids are gonna see that.
Yeah,
Your son or daughter is going to be like one day going, oh, my dad was a comic for how long? Oh, let me look at his, oh, he said that about me when I was 8?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And then you're like, that's a shitty thing, man. So it's like, I always look at it like that. Like, not that shock value shit is like not.
Oh, once I have to clear from the in-laws, I was like, I don't give a fuck. People get upset. I don't give a fuck.
Never.
If they're cool with it, then who else can be mad at it?
Yeah.
Man, if they're not mad,
And if they're laughing,
who gives a fuck?
there's nothing better than talking about a group of people and making a joke about them, and they're laughing the hardest and they get it.
Yeah,
That's the best.
Right.
What else you got, Chin?
Actually, excuse me. It's 1:41 right now. It takes about 40 minutes to get to Burbank. What do you think?
Like, 5 more minutes? And then
Give us one more, and then we'll get them out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you got? What are you shooting? Another movie? Are you big time?
No, I got to do. I'm actually. Tom Papa wanted me on the podcast.
Oh, he's great.
Say what's up to Tom.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Tell Tom to send us some fucking bread.
Yes, bro.
He send everybody
He makes
bread.
bread.
He makes bread.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I know,
great
right?
bread.
Comics became fucking homemakers and shit during pandemic. Motherfuckers baking cookies and shit, bread.
Like, oh,
Comics turn into interior
I got a cookie
decorators and
store. I got a cookie
knit.
store
And
now.
you looking for a sweater, dog? No. I started knitting and doing COVID, man.
Oh shit! I should probably try to get the Uber, right?
Yeah, I'd call it
Yeah.
now.
What the fuck?
We'll
is
knock
that?
it
Dude,
out.
this is nuts.
Yeah.
What is
What's
this?
even crazy? How gangster is Mike Tyson? He doesn't move.
He doesn't care.
This guy pulls it. He's challenging Mike Tyson, then pulls a gun. Everyone like kind of sprints out. Tyson's just sitting there. How Brooklyn kid.
Dude, he cried. He
Brownsville.
cried once, going like, he said like, I kind of can't wait to die, and he was just crying. He said something along those lines. He's like, yeah, I just don't want to be here anymore, or something like it's too much. And I was just like, and like you could tell he meant.
Oh,
Dude, he's
yeah.
another dude, man.
He's
He's a good dude.
They have
man.
video of it?
Yeah. So this is in Hollywood.
It's a comedy.
It's a bar that has like a small rooftop comedy club on it. And so there was a guy on stage doing his act, and some random guy just walks up to Mike Tyson during the comedian's act and starts talking to him.
And he goes something like, "I'm trying to upgrade, man. I'm trying to fight you.
He's out of his
I'm trying
mind.
to fight you." And you just see Mike Tyson just sitting there like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here." Then he pulls out.
Get up out of here! I'm not playing with you. Get up out of here, bro. Hey, I don't give a fuck.
It's the guy in the black jacket on the left.
Yeah. So the tall guy is the host.
Come on, fam. Come on, man. Look, this is easy.
You see, he pulled a gun right there.
Oh shit!
That guy did?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm joking, bro. Mike, I'm out of here. Hey, I love you, fam. Salute to all your accomplishments, for real. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have no inspiration. I love you, OG, for real. from the
Clearly, he's not mentally well. But what they didn't show before this is he talks all the like World Star has a better video.
No,
Oh,
this is the gun pulling part. We have the video.
World Star has it where he's talking shit in the beginning. They kick him off. He pulls the gun out.
Smart.
Like it's nuts.
Tyson's telling him to come over.
Yeah, Tyson said, "Come here."
Oh, Tyson gives him a hug.
Gotta do ads.
Yeah, here it is. Says I'm trying to upgrade my status. He wants to fight him.
This is crazy shit.
Crazy, man.
I'm not playing with you. Get up out of here, bro.
Look at Tyson just sitting.
Like a fucking king. Look, and he pushes him. They pulls out the gun here. Watch everyone go. Oh
Die all
shit!
the time.
Yo, I think that's Darius on stage.
Is it?
Yeah, Darius Bennett.
And there's when he hugs him.
Darius is hilarious.
Yeah.
See?
No, Brownsville, excuse me.
He's not. He's not.
No,
He's completely out of it.
He's not out there.
My thing is, I can't believe these guys are just letting him get away with it. How does nobody tackle him?
Yeah,
and
like
fuck
the
him
fact
up?
that he could have just
Well-
hugged him and shot him.
Well, I agree. I just think it's really weird. Shit.
And no one, not from Mike's team or the staff, called the police. There's no report on it at all. So this guy just bounced. But I'm sure the cops are going to look for him now.
Something.
yeah,
something's
yeah,
not
with that
Because he pulled the gun out in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure the gun is licensed.
I know Paul has to get going. Is that it, Chin?
Yep, that's it.
Well, let us come back on when you drop
Yeah.
the
Thank you
special,
guys.
man.
Thank you guys for having me, dude. Yeah,
You
I
got
wanted
some
to
dates?
announce it, but I wanted to announce
Yeah.
it, but
You're awesome.
oh, I'll be at no, what's it called? Yeah, March 31st.
Oh, with
through
Rich Voss?
April 2nd. Where?
You have to stand with Rich Voss.
Oh no, that's just a stand. That's just a showcase lineup.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
It's
stand,
like the
the
Comedy
stand
Store.
does their own.
It's like the Comedy Store,
It
yeah.
ends up being on my website by them. I don't know how. Like, I don't. But
access to it?
my date is
Comedy Connection,
Comedy
East
Connections.
Providence.
Yeah, man. So come out to that, and then I'm also going to be in San Diego. I'm be in Tampa and all that. So
All right.
thank you guys for having me. man.
I'll be in
pal.
New York May 1st and 2nd.
Hit me
Doing
up.
Schulte, DeStefano.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
I'll be out there.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, it'll be sold out. 7th sold out show in a row at the Hollywood Improv. Shab and Friends, Dalia, Callan, Chappelle, Jeff Dye, myself. The squad is out at the Hollywood Improv tonight, but by the time you listen to this, it's sold out. Chicago is this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Chicago, Schaumburg Improv. We're almost sold out as well. That's Chicago, Illinois, Schaumburg Improv, March 24th through 26th. That's this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Phoenix, Arizona. Chappelle Lacey will finally be there. He's been avoiding us. Phoenix, Stand Up Live, April 14th through the 16th. And then the Big Boy Moon Tower Comedy Festival is April 22nd through the 23rd. Get your tickets right now. And that's it, man. Tickets at fatkz.com. The Thick Mutters, April 9th, 10:30 a.m. Sign up using the code ThickBoy to run the 5K or 15K. If you use the code ThickBoy, you get 10% off your entry fee. Come get some.
Big Bryan, where you at?
I'm going to be in Miami this weekend, kids.
Spring
Friday,
break.
Saturday, Sunday for spring break. Tampa, Florida, Tampa Improv, April 15th, 16th. Port Charlotte, Florida, Visani Theater, April 21 to the 23rd. I got a lot of bubbles
Lot
in
of
my
Florida.
mouth right now.
A lot of fun.
But also, I'm shooting my special. Brea tickets go on sale May 19th. So come get you some. Brea, I'm doing my special. with
Boom,
some
Salt Lake
special
City.
guests.
I'll see you April 8th and April 9th at Wise Guys Comedy Club. May 6th and 7th, I'll be in San Diego at Mike Drop Comedy Club. And then May 12th, one-nighter in the hometown, Phoenix, Stand Up Live. Boom.
All right, that's it.
Paul, love you, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
See you
that's
guys.
great.
We're out.
That was great.
Yeah, of
Paul.
course, always.